Hi, I am Dr. Victor Jagannathan and I am the chair of the EmbRACE Staff Network. And today I'm doing something a little bit different and driving to interview someone about Ramadan. So I drove up to Coleman Medical Centre to meet up with Yamin Lone to talk about the upcoming month of Ramadan. That looks about right there. Excellent.
Fine, perfect.
So, hi, I'm Dr. Victor Jagannathan. I am the chair of the EmbRACE Network, and I have written it down what that actually means because I'm new to the role. It's a network that aims to celebrate and support our ethnic awareness and cultural exchange. And I'm here today to talk about Ramadan. And I am here with, is it Yamin?
Yamin.
Yamin Lone?
Yamin Lone, yes.
Lone. And you know what? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am background is from Kashmir, India, and came here about 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm with DCHS for about 12 years now.
Okay.
So I've got this lovely batch of 10 plus years. So I am here with DCHS for the last 10, more than 10 years now.
Yeah, fair enough. What is your role exactly?
My role is, this is a difficult one because I have to write. It's a project and analyst lead for quality and professional standards.
What does that mean?
Basically what we do is in the clinical teams, a team comes to us and say, look, we're trying to do some kind of a data analysis or data collection here. What is the best way to do it, how to do it, and this is what we are trying to find out. What kind of data should we even select in order to establish and record and identify those traits to understand that.
Cool. And today we are actually here to talk about Ramadan. My first question really is, can you tell us in your own words what Ramadan personally means to you?
Well, personally, Ramadan is a training ground for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So what you practice in that 1 month, you would try to mimic that for the rest of the year. And by the time the whole year is finished, it is another reminder after a year. So what is reminded of is the physicality of this is that you don't eat or drink, which is kind of cleansing your body as well at the same time. But the bigger aspect is the spirituality, not to have not to have any bad thoughts. Do the best that you can do. Help people. All the good things about most of the religions they do have that. This is kind of practicing that consciously during the Ramadan, and what reminds you of that is that you're not eating, you're not drinking, which is quite usual every day. You do that, and when you're restraining that from not having something, that reminds you, okay, it's a Ramadan, so you better do other things as well. It's just not the food and drink that you have to be away from. Right. It's the other things as well which are not allowed.
From my understanding, very limited, just literally Googling last night. Is Ramadan itself because the day the Prophet Muhammad actually found the Quran or revealed the Quran itself?
It was revealed in the month of Ramadan.
Right.
Quran was revealed in the month of Ramadan, but this is the practice as well. I think I'm not 100% whether it was on the first day, but definitely Quran was revealed in the month of Ramadan.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And so what does a typical day of fasting look for you and the average Muslim population?
Well, it differs for different people. For example, if you are in Saudi or the place where the days are always 12 hours and nights are 12 hours, it's absolutely fine. Some of my colleagues, some of the friends that I worked with here, the Ramadan came in June, July, and it's about 18 hours of fast, which is really tough. I think how God has made us is amazing, that we do adapt to things that we don't even know about. First few days are always tough because I think your body just tries to acclimatize with the way you are thinking, and the more of that is that you do make yourself aware that no, you're not going to eat no matter what. That willpower inside changes the physiology somehow, that your body adapts to it. I think it's the same in the keto diet people when they go on a keto diet or something. I think first few days are really tough, but soon after those days are over and you have resisted those food, it becomes a habit. It becomes second nature kind of. Few things in the first stage is you have a headache, you're a bit more grumpy, only for a few days, but after that it's absolutely fine.
And out of curiosity, does that mean, as someone who's working alongside someone who's practicing Ramadan, the first few days are perhaps when they might need a little bit more support?
I think definitely yes.
Yeah.
It also is, it's not just the food and the drinks. If somebody is controlling your anger, controlling your thoughts, do the best you can do. Not really, from the support point of view, I do understand definitely people who are more on a physical side, like the clinical teams, people in the clinical teams. It's more onto them because they have to do the physical work, going here and there. And sometimes dealing with the patients is not that easy. For them, definitely, it's more challenging than the people who are working in the offices.
And I presume it's the case that because what's the technical phrase of the meal at the beginning of the day?
It's called, when we eat, is sahur.
Sahur.
Yes.
So when you have the sahur in the morning, you're full of energy, but by the end of it, you're probably flagging a bit. Does that affect your choices on how you shape your day and what work you choose to do in the morning versus the evening?
It's not always a choice. Sometimes some people don't have that choice, so they can't really. It's just the start to finish is everything. But if they can do, for example, if they can just definitely do it before the afternoon, because sooner afternoon kicks in. Well, I think during this time of the year, the days are very small. Most of the iftar, that's the opening the fast in the evening, would not go beyond 6 o'clock. So it's not that bad in the winters. It's fine. But for people, I think, who will be talking a lot, people who will be dealing with the patient, physical, it's the thirst. And moreover, people, I've been telling this all the time to my manager, Melanie, that it's not the food, it's the sleep.
Right, because obviously
you wake up early
to have your
suhoor, and your whole sleep patterns disturbs.
Right, of course, it never occurred to me about the sleep pattern, but obviously, yes.
Definitely. So it's just the sleep disturbs, and the thing is, as soon as you go home, your iftar, evening meal, you eat something, you feel drowsy, and you sleep a little bit. If you were sleep, you have to get up again. And there are long prayers in the evening.
Right.
So if somebody chooses to do that, those are optional ones anyway, but if somebody chooses to do that, sleep is the major one.
And I think, so when I went on the faith walks, they mentioned like how many times you may visit the mosque, and during the time of Ramadan, it does increase if you have the opportunities. Could you describe a little bit about that?
Well, as I said, it's a training ground. We should be going to mosque most of the time, as much as we could as men. For women, it's not compulsory, but they can do it as well. They can go as well. There are some prayers in the evening which are called Tarawih. It's a longer prayers. That go up to hour, 2 hours.
Right.
In some cases, so that's an additional. Because what we believe is every good deed is multiplied 70 times. So we want to just grab the millions of them in that month.
There was one conversation I heard from one person who was like, actually working in the NHS is a wonderful place because your job is a good deed.
Absolutely.
So you effectively pile blessings. Maybe I got the language wrong.
No, that's absolutely.
But you pile blessings on yourself just because your job is to help other people,
absolutely.
And therefore you're winning just by attending work.
Absolutely. Even the work, if you're doing your work sincerely, that is also a good deed. So earning your meal, obviously, this cannot be noble than that if a staff member is going to heal somebody and just helping somebody. it's a good deed anyway in its own way, because they chose this profession, and because of this profession they are earning good deeds and their happiness in their own way, and for the hereafter.
And in terms of us as NHS workers, us managers who may have staff who are practicing Ramadan, is there any key ways that we can make sure that our staff is best supported during this season? Would you call Ramadan a season?
No, just a month.
The month of Ramadan.
The month of Ramadan. I think that would be the appropriate way to say it. Well, in terms of the staff, I think first few days, ask them what they want. And also this time of year, it's not that bad, as I said. We do say don't eat in front of them if you can, because that tempts them. But that's just on a lighter note, if that can happen. But rest, every person has a different situation. Every person has a different. But asking for help if you need any help, I think that would be the best way to. Just going back to you, because when I was in the team working, right now I'm working from home. When I was in the team, it's just on a lighter note. I did mention to my team that we usually do refrain from eating in front. And they took it very, very seriously, and they were just like hiding food. I said, no, that's not the point. It's me. I have to resist myself. It's not you. It's just on the lighter note. You don't have to just be so serious about it. So, I mean, not talking about is a problem, but talking about these, open up the questions, and with the open-minded people and understanding each other, I think that helps bridging those gaps. I think it's the individual levels at wherever you have an interaction with a Muslim, do ask them questions, see what they say, what they have to say about it. I think opening up the question and talking to each other, I think would benefit. I think it's the restriction that not asking.
People are afraid.
Probably people will get offended. I think that kind of environment does create that kind of a notion that we might just feel offended.
So in terms of exemptions from Ramadan, as in who may not have to practice, could you explore that a bit? I understand, like, for example, if you're on your period, you may not have to participate. But what's that aspect of it in terms of Muslim?
I mean, there are so many exemptions, which makes it easier for people who cannot. For example, people like on diabetes, they cannot, because obviously glucose level can go down and they may die. They're exempted. They're completely exempted. What they could do is they can just feed some poor. There is the way that's called kafara. Which means, if you can't do it, you do another good deed. So the way you compensate is like, I can't participate in this one, I'll make mindful efforts in other ways. Yes, and that is equally acceptable in the eyes of God. So basically, that's one of the categories. And anything that is life-threatening, definitely no. If you're ill, definitely no. So for exemption in traveling, it says that, if you can't do that because of your travel, you can do it after Ramadan. Compensate that. So do it after. So there are so many exemptions. I mean, if people can Google that, it should be tremendous. I mean, it's not a burden. If you really cannot. If you're a full healthy person, going by your day, no problem. If you can do it, it's perfect. If you can't, then there are exemptions.
Fair enough. And is there ways that, as someone from not a Muslim, we can celebrate with you in Ramadan?
Well, my daughter was saying that one of her friends wants to participate just to see how Ramadan, how fasting is, and she said, I'll be fasting with you. I'm sure that will be challenging for her. That's such a fun way of doing it.
One way would be, what was the name for when you break the fast at the end of the day?
A break fast is iftar.
Iftar.
Yes.
I mean, I'm aware of that there are some co-workers who end up putting on a little spread for their co-workers.
I haven't done it in the past because obviously in the summers it was too long. I think I think 5:30, 5:30ish.
Yeah.
There would be iftar, probably in some teams there would be.
Okay, so maybe.
If you can do it in your own teams, definitely it's a good way of celebrating it.
And in terms of the tone of Ramadan, what is the tone of Ramadan? Simultaneously, it seems like a celebration of what it is, but it's also a time for self-reflection, which feels like you should be more, not solemn, but definitely more.
The celebratory part is that you can do a lot of good deeds.
Yeah.
And most of the celebrations are done after that. Okay, you successfully completed the Ramadan for 30 days, 29s or 30 days. Yeah. And then the celebratory part is the Eid after Ramadan.
Yeah.
So basically it's that part of, that's the celebratory one. The Eid is celebrated after. But this is also a kind of celebration within, say Happy Ramadan means you have more opportunity to gain more rewards.
Right. Okay, so this has been really insightful. I didn't appreciate the sleep aspect, that's on me. Is there anything else that you feel like us as NHS workers and all that sort of thing should be aware of?
I don't think, I think most of the things that you have covered anyway, I think it's the personal journey, it's a personal reflection on your own, on your physical as well as the psychological as well as your spiritual aspect. So it's cleansing all those things and getting ready for the rest of the year. Yeah. That's the message that Ramadan brings. It's the tolerance, it's the love, it's the acceptance from each other, and to be the best you can as a human being.
Wonderful. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for bringing me. Thank you.
So thank you so much for your time. I did do a little bit of reading about your culture. I know it's traditional when visiting someone at the very least that you do offer them a little bit of a gift. So
you don't have to. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
And yeah, we should wrap up there.